Alrighty, so today we're going to go over how to make a square flange with 4 holes in it. We're just going to do this a basic way. We're not going to use any arrays. We're just going to go through how to snap a square out to our drawing area here, and then we're just going to go ahead and locate on our minor grid lines the area where we want to snap our holes. So we're going to start by going up to the square and clicking that. We'll go down here to the center origin, click there, and we start to drag this out. Now, to get an exact shape size, we're going to want to go ahead and type the size, the width, and the height of the shape that we want. So we're going to start by typing 4, and notice on the right-hand side of the screen, right here, we'll see the 4 that's locked in. If we click Tab, you'll notice that it'll bring us down to our Y offset. So where our X offset gave us our width, our Y offset is going to give us this height. So I'm going to click 4 one more time, and then I'm going to click Enter. Now once that's done, you'll notice now we have a figure. So now I want to put some circles in here, so I'm going to go ahead and click the Escape key to get me out of the square command. Notice we lost our menu on the side and our square is no longer selected. Now I'm going to use a hotkey, and the hotkey is going to be C. Notice that once I click that, our circle is selected, and we have some circle different measuring parameters over here on our right hand side menu. So now I'm going to zoom in to this part, and we're going to use the rulers on the sidebar and the bottom bar to know where we're placing this first circle. So we're going to go ahead and drop it right here. Now notice as we zoom in, we get some different major grid lines, and it continues to break up our minor grid lines into major ones as we zoom in further. So whereas before we had a length of measure for major grid lines of 1 inch, now we have major grid lines a ½ inch from each other. So this would be a major grid line where we're seeing this dark square line. All these smaller ones are called minor grid lines. So we're going to go ahead and go right here to our ½ inch in from one side and ½ inch in from the other. We're going to click, and now what we're going to do is notice on the right hand side of the menu we're selected as radius. So we want diameter to be an option, so we're going to click Tab, and notice that it toggles us to a diameter on the right hand side of the screen. So now I'm going to make this 3/8 of an inch, 0.375. Enter. So once that's done, I'm going to go ahead and do 4 more of these, ½ inch in. Now let's go here, Tab, 0.375, here, Tab, 0.375. Oh, let's go back, Control Z, that deletes it, C, to get us back into the circle command, and now we'll go ahead and click here again, Tab, 0.375. There we go. Now we'll click Escape one more time, and now we are out of it, and we have a nice flange. So we're going to go ahead and send that over to Cam, and notice it'll automatically generate our lead-ins. Say we want to make a quick edit to these lead-ins. We're going to go up here to Selection, click that, and we're going to do Cutout Breaks. This allows us to edit all the lead-ins in the inner circle. So we click that, and now we're going to go ahead and change this to an arc lead-in, and we're going to change our radius to 0.08, and we're going to change our angle to 180. This will put us in the center of the circle. Click the check mark. Now once that's done, if you have the Pro version, you can also take this and you can drag it out wherever you want. So that makes it very easy, but if you have the standard version, the way that we just went about it is how you would have to go and implement a lead-in change. If you wanted to change one lead-in at a time, you can physically just select this little diamond. Once you select that, it allows you to edit just that one lead-in. But if you wanted to edit multiples, you would do it under the selection feature here. Alright, once that's done, now we go ahead and select our material by going up to Project Settings. We can go to Mild Steel, 1/8 inch. If we wanted a different one, we could select it in this menu. Say it's a 1/4 inch flange. We're using our Power Max. 125 is what's selected. That would be relative to what you're running on your machine. And this default marking fab head, we don't have to worry about that. That'd be for plate marking. All of this would stay the same, and now we click our check mark and go up here, and now we look through this and make sure that we have our shielding selected properly. So we have a 45 amp shielded tip in the machine. Fastest cutting, we'll stick with that. And then we have our feed rate. It shows right here how fast we'll be running. And then here's all these extra parameters. These are set directly from Hypertherm's book callouts. You can modify these as you see needed, but we strongly recommend just starting off and building comfort with the machine and confidence in operating the machine, and then as you grow in it, you can start to change these parameters as you need to increase your cut quality, because it takes a little bit of time to learn what to increase and what things to change to increase that quality. So thank you for watching. We're going to be doing several of these videos, and feel free to tune in as much as you like.